That's right. UNEP has been doing sustainable investment for 20 years now. So we're very well integrated now, I would say. So our analysts and PMs understand very well what it means. However, the next step is to really integrate it on the data side much more. So current data providers are typically not delivering what we want. So we've been developing our own data, working with emerging data providers as well, like small firms across Europe to get better data. And we are developing our own platform to integrate all of the data to allow our portfolio managers and analysts to use that data and then do their own analysis on top of that. The key takeaways would be that there's already much more than people tend to think. So people tend to think, oh, there's no methods, there's no proof, but actually there's a lot of proof that this works. There are a lot of methods that you can apply. It's really not rocket science. And what still surprised me most is to what extent this is in the end simply a behavioral challenge. So people need to embrace this, they need to change mindsets, get out of their box ticking exercises and just start doing this. I think there's real client demand that helps, especially with young people. So you really see that, especially with demand from private banks as well. And what excites me as well is improvements on the data side. So really this emergence of small data providers who go much further than the traditional data providers, who are much more entrepreneurial, not just depending on reported data like companies, but really scraping alternative data sources, allowing us to get a much better view on, in the end, what we want, which is total societal value creation, not just the financial side of things. First of all, it's to be visible as well. I mean, it's quite hard to be visible in this space because the very large asset managers, they pump a lot of marketing material at everyone, and it's hard to distinguish quality from this marketing spin. And I think events like these allow us to really show our practice leadership in this field. And I say events like these, but there are actually not that many events that are of this kind of quality. I mean, there's a lot of events, yes, but they simply tend to invite important people or people who pay the most. But here you have this really nice mix of investors along the entire chain and also policymakers. So I find the quality of the debate much higher than a typical broker conference or some other startup conference. So you always learn something new, however experienced you may be, and there's always new and interesting people to meet here. So I definitely want to go again next year.